everyone, today I'm doing a video showing you how I apply a red lipstick and a red lip liner. It's just a simple video, there's nothing too difficult or extravagant about it. I'm just showing you how I apply red lipstick and how I help it to stay all day and not bleed or run or give me any kind of weird lines on my face. So if you want to find out how I do my lipstick, just keep on watching and I will show you. Okay, so first off, you of course want to start with some clean, dry lips. You want to remove any makeup, lip balm, anything that you have on your lips. For that, I just used a makeup wipe to just remove anything from my lips to make sure that they were clean. You don't want to do any kind of like moisturizer or lip balm as a base, because if you do, it can tend to make your lips a little bit slippery and the lipstick kind of slides around. It's okay for a nude lip, but for a red lip, it's really not a good idea. The color is going to run and bleed, and it's just not going to look good. If you find that your lips are really, really cracked or dry, what you can do is just do some sort of like an exfoliation. They have, like a lip exfoliator or something. Mary Kay has a wonderful lip exfoliator. I don't remember what it's called, but it conditions and exfoliates your lips and makes them really, really soft and makes them real smooth, and lipstick goes on very well over it, so I would suggest that. What I do sometimes is if they are really dry, the Maybelline Baby Lips, the color that I have is Cherry Me, and this is just a red tinted lip balm, and if you want, you can just go very lightly over your lips. I mean, you don't want a whole lot, just enough so that they're not, real dry and cracked. Just make sure you can't see any of it before you go to put on your lipstick. I have two lip liners here. I don't have a ton of red lip liners because I don't really feel like you need a whole lot unless you're doing a bunch of different shades. I typically will just do a really bright red, and these are the two that I have. The one I have is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Lip Pencil. I have the color Coral, and this one's really nice because on the one end it has just the brush that you can just use to help fill in your lipstick. It is just a pencil liner. You do have to sharpen it, which I really don't like because, as you can see, it's kind of funky. I have the worst time sharpening these pencils. The other one that I have is L'Oreal Color Riche, and I have it in Always Red. And then this is just the automatic. It just goes up, by itself. So you don't have to sharpen it. And I prefer these because, when you're out and you didn't realize, oh, I forgot to sharpen my pencil, you can't touch up your lips because your pencil is just a nub. So these are really great, especially if you're on the go and you don't really feel like carrying a sharpener with you and that kind of thing. For this particular look, I'll probably just use both just to show you. I'm going to start by lining them, and I'm just going to use, I just need a mirror because I can't see myself in this monitor, so I'm just going to use this. So pretty much what you want to do is you can start really anywhere that you want to. Just follow the shape of your lips. I can't really talk while I'm doing this, so. Just follow the shape. You can overdraw it a little bit if you want, but don't go crazy with it because then you'll look like a clown. I don't know, it's not good. And make sure you get all the way into here because people are going to see it if you have a gap, and it's going to look ridiculous. And just try to keep the line really smooth if you can. And you want to keep the edges kind of soft. You don't want to do real sharp points. I mean, unless that's the look you're going for. I think it looks silly, but then the bottom, just kind of, open your mouth like you're kind of surprised. Red lipstick. Ooh. And I overdraw mine ever so slightly underneath here just to kind of make it look a little fuller. And I have a boo-boo right here. I haven't been filming any videos because my face went totally berserk. So So just make sure you have a good solid line all the way around. And then what you want to do is fill in those lines. So just all over. And of course, you know, like I said, you can use the other one. This will do the same thing. It's a little bit thinner, so it'll take a little longer for you to do it. But you just want to get a nice even coat on your lips like that. So now that we have our base coat, of course it's not going to look great because we're not done yet. I'm going to show you two red lipsticks that I have. I have three actually. I don't know where the other one is. The other one is completely different because I think it's L'Oreal, but it's one of the ones that has like a sealant on the top. It's almost like a stain, but it's really weird. You put the red on and then you let it dry and then you put the clear over top of it and it does not come off. It's wonderful. I wish I had gotten it out. I don't remember where I put it. I'll do a separate video probably on that because it is a really great lip color. It stays on. You can kiss people, you can drink, eat. It will not come off. It's great. It just has a really strange texture, so that's why I don't prefer it over regular lipstick. The two that I have, this one is Estee Lauder, and the color that I have is Spanish Red. And it's number 61. And it's just in this beautiful gold packaging. And of course I've used mine quite a bit, so it's a little nubby, but it's just a bright, vibrant, rich red. I have a hard time finding reds that I like because a lot of them end up being too dark and too like burgundy, and that really washes me out and it makes me look kind of, you know, like way too pale. As you can tell, I'm pretty pale already. The other lip color that I have is by L'Oreal Paris, and the one that this is British red. Apparently each country has to have their own red. I don't know. Anyway, it's also in gold packaging, and this one's a little bit newer, so you can see. And it's kind of cool because it's got it engraved on there, so I thought that was kind of snazzy. So, like I said, they're pretty much, as you can see, the same color. This one might be a little bit darker, but they're just about the same. The prices on these, I've had this Estee Lauder for a few years now. I know it's obviously a lot more than the L'Oreal, and I really like Estee Lauder. For this video, I probably will just use that one because it's my favorite. So pretty much you can use wherever I put it. Use the brush for this if you want. It might be a good idea if you're doing makeup on another person, of course, to just use the brush and then just you know, take the lip color and just put it on your brush and then just go over. I typically don't because it just takes too much time and I don't have time for that. You know, and then you can just go over your lips. But for this, I'm just going to show you with a regular lipstick because it's easier that way. So of course, you know, just try to go over where you put the lip liner. You know, don't go crazy with it. Just carefully. And I do sometimes, like when I'm up here towards the top of my lips, I'll just blot it because I don't want to like end up with a crazy smudge outside my line. So just, sorry. And then for like up in here, you can kind of tilt it on its side a little bit and just go in here. So I typically will not do, I have a red lip gloss somewhere. I should have gotten that out. I meant to, and I don't. I'll look for it. I don't know where it is. No, I don't know where I put it. Anyway, you don't really need to, because as you can see, this lip color is pretty shiny on its own. You don't really want to, I mean, some people, maybe you want a really shiny red lip. I don't really care for one. So what I'm just going to do now is, of course, see how much lipstick we just got off on our hand? You don't want that on your teeth. That's ugly. So just take your makeup remover, towel it, and just wipe that off. And you can do this, of course, a couple times if you, but you just don't want a lot up in our hair and up here, because if you do, when you're talking, especially if you have like, you know, a tooth that sticks out like I do here, you will end up with lipstick on your teeth. You can just take like a tissue paper, you know, blot it. And if you want, you can just do a couple coats of it if you feel like you need to have it a little bit darker. Like I said, I prefer a pretty simple lip. I don't like to do a whole lot with it because, especially with a red lip, you're going to be touching this up throughout the day for the most part. I mean, sometimes if you can find a lipstick that wears for a really long time, great. Those kind of tend to dry out my lips a little bit, so I don't like those as much. And for a look with a red lip, it's really up to you. My makeup today kind of got fudged because I was like in a hurry and it just looks boring. I didn't really do much with it, but you want to keep the eyes simple. You know, you could just do a simple cat eyeliner or just a little bit of a smoky eye. You don't want to have like really heavy eye makeup on and then do a red lip because it's just going to be so much on your face that it's going to look like you're way too made up. So you kind of just want to keep it simple. I don't really have a whole lot of blush on today, but you can kind of, you know, pink up your cheeks a little bit. You know, that way you kind of offset the red. This camera makes me look really pale, I've noticed, so whatever. You can also do, I almost forgot about this, is if you do find that your lipstick got a little bit out of the lines, or you really want to make sure that you aren't having any kind of running or bleeding or anything, is you can just take a concealer brush. This is just my Sigma F70, and you know, just put it in a little bit of a concealer. You want more of a cream-based concealer. Something wet probably won't be great. And then you can just, you know, clean up the edges a little bit. But some people really don't want it to move, so you can just make sure you know, blend that out. Also going to help prevent it from bleeding. It's going to kind of act as like a barrier, you know, when you're lipstick or when you're like sweating or if you're just, you know, whatever, it'll help. The reason that I find that lining my lips all over rather than just on the outline works pretty well for keeping lipstick on is the liner itself is a lot drier than the lipstick is. So when you go to eat or kiss somebody or whatever, you're going to transfer your lipstick for the most part. Unless you have a lipstick that doesn't transfer, red transfers really bad. So what's going to happen is you're going to have this liner which has much higher staying power than your lipstick does. The liner's going to stay, your lipstick's going to start budging off, so all you're going to have is this weird red line all the way around your lips. You've seen people with that. It's not pretty. And then you're going to have lipstick missing in the middle until you touch it up again. But it's still going to keep happening. So if you line all over your lips, it's going to be a great base. It's going to grab onto that lipstick and hang on to it. And then if your lipstick does start to budge a little bit, you're not just going to have this line all the way around and then no lipstick and look like a weirdo. So just line your whole lip, get a good liner. Like I said, I really like the Estee Lauder, the Double Wear. It's stay in place lip pencil. It is a little pricey. I think mine was 20 something. I don't remember how much it was, but it's a beautiful color. It's very soft, very creamy. But again, if you don't want to get that, the L'Oreal, like I said, it's just about the same color, and it you know, it stays in place. It says anti-feathering lip liner and sharpener. So this, like I said, this is nice when you're on the go. I would keep this one in my purse actually, and the Estee Lauder I keep at home because this one's great because you can just, you know, click it up, you know, touch up whatever. throughout the day. Like I said, typically if you do the liner all over first, you won't need to touch this up, but I keep with me just in case I need it or something. So I hope that helped. Like I said, that's just how I do my red lip, and I will see you all soon. Bye!